So I've just aired down. I hope you can hear me because it's absolutely blowing a gale out here. This is the cleanest this car has been for a bloody long time. So we got the new Maxxis tyres on. I decided to go with them. If you've watched the tyre review, I discussed whether I was going to actually... They were rocking up soon. I wasn't sure whether I was actually going to put them on. A fresh set of tyres to test out. Keen to see how they go. So far, they've been pretty bloody nice on the bitumen. I'm surprised. And noisy, obviously, because they're a mud terrain. Noisier than the Nittos, but not that bad, to be honest. I tell you what, it's extremely windy. I haven't seen it this windy out here forever. I got a feeling we got some big rains coming. I hope we do. We just had big rains, but you know, we've got lots of feed, there's plenty of scrub around and whatnot, but it's well over 40 nearly every day, and we're in the middle of summer and it's all drying out very quick. So the next thing to worry about is fires, especially with wind like this. So I feel like we got some rain on the way. I hope we do. You can see the float under there. That cover sits on there to protect it so the cattle can't get into it. Well, I rocked up here yesterday and that ball float wasn't screwed on. This was arse up in the trough, so the cattle have obviously been running amok. So I fixed it all up, but I made a big rookie error. That little tab right there, there's one on the other side too. I'm supposed to actually stick a bit of wire through the tab to stop this sliding out. So last night I couldn't stop thinking, oh, I forgot about that. I hope it's not, you know, if they knock this cover off, it can sit on the float, and then the water is able to just overflow the trough because that's sitting on the float won't go back up. So I thought, oh, I bet you I rock up today with empty tanks, but luckily that's still sitting there. I'm kind of surprised. So windy today, so much dust. But anyway, I'll stick some wire through them. There's even this excess bit hanging off here that I was literally going to use, and I walked away from it and forgot. Distracted taking too many photos with the cows. What are yous all doing? Why isn't this full? What have you done here? Well, that's meant to be on there, and that is meant to cover all of that. What have you been doing? You guys are sus, eh? You can't leave these mob alone for bloody 5 seconds. You checking out the mirrors, eh? I'm out here trying to get drone shots, and look at it. Poor bastard. Way too windy for it. Look at him, he's bloody shaking in his boots. You're right, mate, we'll get you down.
The kids are in town for a funeral, so pack the car and dry your eyes. I know they got...
He distracted yesterday taking too many photos with Bessy. The one who causes all the trouble here. What have you been doing? So, I don't have my mics today. Honestly, this whole video might go in the bin. I'll have to see when I get home and start editing it and putting it together, because I'm trying to like hide behind the wind as much as I can, like put my hand around the mic, but we'll see. So just need to check these tanks, because yesterday so they've come up a bit and I can hear it's pumping on solar. So yesterday I got here and these were pretty low. There's 2 tanks here. So this bore fills up these 2 tanks first, and then once they're full, there's a double acting float in this tank. It shuts off and then directs the water down to the main trucking yard. So I started this generator last night just to catch us up, and I'll go over here and start it again so that the 2 watering points are, you know, keeping full. It's just hard. It's 40 plus degrees. It's just hard when it's like this to try and keep up the water to the cattle. Rightio, so we've got that pumping. So If we have these, well, if we have this particular generator on eco mode, it gives us like 14 or 15 hours, so she should run all night. It's about 3 in the arvo right now. Come on, dear, hurry up. So, we got cattle inside this, what's pretty much a little compound where the tank is, right there. They're probably pretty thirsty. Maybe been in there for a day or two. They're not supposed to be in there, little shits. So I open up this gate. Pretty much going to walk around the fence and see if they'll walk down here out the gate. Who wants to put $5 on there, just jump straight through the fence there? I bet you they do. Hope not. Oh, one went through. The little calfie went through the fence. Yeah, hey, we got him. Don't go back in there, please. All right, Mama, teach him. So you see this little heifer here? She's missing her left ear. That'd be from dingoes. Poor little girl. She's pretty inquisitive. So I'm pretty sure that's the little calf that just jumped out of the compound. His mum's udder. It's looking like it hasn't been drained of milk for a little while, so yeah. Look at him, straight onto the tit, thirsty as. Headbutting his mummy, give me some milk. So this is the spot that I was talking about. Once those other two tanks fill up, it'll shoot down to here. So usually that ball is all the way up in the air. So the time it is now, like 4 PM or whatever, obviously there's not much solar pumping left to do because the sun will be down like in a few hours. So that's why we, start that engine so we can pump all night, make sure that we're full and all the cattle are happy. But we'll just run up here and have a look to make sure it's pumping into here. But I'm pretty sure I can hear it and the ball's moving around a bit, which usually means water's going in there, but it could be the wind. Water's going in. So it's not very much, but that's because it's still filling up the tanks down at the other bore. Once that double acting float shuts off the flow to them 2 tanks back there, the whole stream will come here. And then hopefully we're bloody laughing. This isn't too low, it's doing pretty well. It's like probably, I don't know, just over half. The couple of 100 mil of rain we've had in the last, well, we pretty much had a couple of 100 mil a couple of months ago. She's all pretty much dried up. The creeks are more or less dry. There's a little bit of water in the creeks, but it's either shitty from the cattle or it's, stagnant and whatever. So they're all really coming back to the bores to drink in full force. So, as I said before, every day is pretty much over 40. So it can be a bit of a struggle just to keep up the water when it's like this. I'll tell you what, when it's this windy, it's nice, It takes the top off the corrugations and kind of fills in the holes either side. Smooth sailing. So I've just pulled up at the store, grabbed myself a little snack, and we'll head off to the next bore. That's probably low. Here we go, we've got engine conversion going on. So Henry's pulled the motor out of that Prado and stuck it in this one here. He was having engine dramas. So what, you done engine swap, eh?
Yeah.
So the motor that was in here was
It's in the garage.
in the garage. Do you know what was wrong with it yet?
Okay.
Oh, you said it was blowing white smoke, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah. I wonder if it was something to do with DPF. I don't know what model Prados first had them. What, are you going to try and fix it though, that engine?
Pisting, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. Pisting on the top.
Yeah. So what else you got left to go here?
Right there. Turbo hoses there. That's it.
Radiator and what? Turbo hoses.
Yeah, the big ones.
And what'd you say? Starter motor?
Yeah, and the starter motor only. We're good to go.
It's all coming together, eh?
Yeah.
Flash Harry. And then what happens with that Prado over there?
Throw it in the bin.
Spare part, throw it in the bin, you reckon?
Yeah, I put it in the push.
True.
Part on there.
Yeah. Spare parts, eh?
Yeah.
Young Henry, eh? Doing a full engine swap from that old Prado into this Prado. I said, oh, well, next time I see you, hopefully it'll be running, eh? No worries, out in the bloody front yard swapping out an engine.
If you could see him now, you'd be proud. Though you think days your beans. Your funeral was beautiful. I bet God heard you coming.
So, I just went up and checked the tank. It's not far from being empty, so we're struggling to keep up water here. But it could just be me, but it seems like the flow isn't quite what it should be. So we've still got plenty of sun, we're still pumping solar, sun's up there. So I'm just going to take this pipe off and fill this bucket, see how long it takes to fill this 10-litre bucket and see if we've got the right flow. I'm not actually sure what this is meant to supply. I think it's 0.8 a litre per second, I reckon, but I'm going to have to check with the old man with that. But if the pump's a bit tired, even though I think it's all fairly new, I think we replaced this not really that long ago. But you know, holes do dry up sometimes, so look, it's probably fine. It just seems like it's a bit not pumping quite what it should. Right, now this is the fun bit where we get water and stuff going everywhere. Always a good time in summer, not so much in winter. Right, let's see how we go. Alright, I think my suspicions are proven correct because it took 25 seconds, give or take a second, to fill up this 10-litre bucket. So, in reality, most of our bores would probably fill a 10-litre bucket in, you know, anywhere from, just say, roughly 10 to 14 seconds. I'll hook up the generator and just see if, with the generator on, it pumps more, you know. There could be something wrong with the solar. I don't know, we'll see. Right, so very interesting. We're getting a bit better flow out of it. So that was about almost 15 seconds to fill up instead of 25. Something's not right. Obviously, it's whatever's going on is odd, and obviously the hole's not drying up because under generator power it's supplying, I would say, the right amount. Filling a bucket almost 14 seconds, 10 litres almost 14 seconds. Which is probably just a hair under 0.8 litres a second or something. Haven't worked it out. Yeah, so something must be going on with solar. Not real sure. So I can even hear that that's a better stream going in there under 240, under generator power. I just opened a packet of chips. That's it right there. I've not eaten one chip yet, and that's what's in there. That can't be right.
If you could see him now, you'd be proud. Though you think days your beans. Your funeral was beautiful. I bet God heard you coming.
So, like an obvious thing that could be wrong at that bore is that the panels need cleaning, the solar panels, but they're honestly pretty clean. We had big rains not long ago, and I've seen a lot worse, so mean, it could be that, but I bloody doubt it. That'd be strange.
Jesus, all the way he's living. If you could see him now, you'd be proud. Where you think days you'll be. Your funeral was beautiful. I bet God heard you coming.